Alright guys, so the first repair we're going to be doing to the Trailblazer, it's going to be the starter. It has a weak cranking. The battery is good. It's just that when you crank it, it's like a little whining and then it starts. So I'm going to replace it. And yes, it is not a Tahoe. So meaning that the 5.3 here is very tight underneath. So what we're going to be doing is, first thing is we're going to take the battery off. Okay, and the terminals here, they don't look too good, so I guess I'll be using pliers to get it out. So we get the terminals off, and then underneath there's going to be a cross member that we're going to have to take out in order to make space to get to the starter and so on, and I'll show you guys. And a lot of patience you have to. If not, you won't be able to get this one done. So first thing, let's unhook the battery, and then let's go underneath with a few sockets and bolts and see what we got. Alright guys, so right now we're already taking the battery off. Now what we got going on here is this. We got, see if I can hold it for you guys. This bar, we have to remove it. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 2 on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 2 on the bottom. Try to do this real quick before the rain comes in. See, this is the other two that I'm talking about. The starter, it's in there. Okay. This lines, we're gonna have to unhook them from the back there, from the hook right here, just so we can move them out of the way a little bit. And then we got the starter obviously right there. We got 213s right here to get it out. So let's get this cross member first out of the way so it's not bothering us, and we can make our way to the starter so we can get it replaced ASAP, because it's about to rain and I don't feel like getting too wet. So let me get that done real quick. Alright guys, so the way these bolts wear, I don't know if it makes a difference on yours or not. I don't know if this has been removed before or not. So we got 2 shorts on the corner, 1 long one in the middle, and 2 long ones here. And the same scenario was on this side over here. So now you just gotta get this out of the way. Gonna have to twist it and try to get it off. That way we have space to work with, and then we can go ahead and try to get to the starter. Alright, so this we have to bend it, twist it, so that we can get it off of this position. See, there we go. Looks like we might not be able to get it off. I don't know, we'll find out, but that's what we gotta work with. Alright, let me see if I can take this off. If not, I just have to sit there. We have to work with what we got. Alright, mirror back. Alright guys, so basically that is not coming out. We'll have to remove the exhaust to be able to get it out, because it does not slide any farther than that. So that being said, we gotta move on and try to make it work with the space that we have, which is a mission. So now we're going to the starter. We got 213 bolts. They're very long. I already got one out. I'm working on the other one. So this is what I did. I had to put the swivel through here to get the second one off. So let me get that off so we can loosen the starter, and we can try to flip it to see if we can get the cables from the back of it off. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, so found a better way. Everybody's been doing it from the back, which I thought that was going to be my way. So find a better one. You come to the front, Here's the starter. What you gotta remove is the little bracket that holds the line. It's a 13. Okay, it's a little bolt there. Remove that, and you're gonna twist. You're gonna have the starter kind of facing almost not the same position, but you know, with the solenoid going up. You're gonna take the 13 and the 10 cables off. Then you're gonna flip around to this position where the solenoid is facing down, and then all you're gonna have to do is play with it to get it out this way. But I think this way we have a better chance of taking it out than the other way. I don't know why, but I think there we go. There we go, guys. I guess I spoke too soon, but was all right. So yeah, there you go. I don't know why people just keep on fighting to get it from the back. I didn't even have to remove this, to tell you the truth, at all. I don't know, man. I try to help everybody, but sometimes, you know, mechanics don't think what they're doing. So there you go. And now I have all the space in the world to get it off through here. That's it. Look at that. Alright, people. So now let me go ahead and get a new starter, slide in the same position, and do the same process again. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so this is the AC Delco starter. I'll probably show you the box later. I always like to use the old hardware just because they have better threads. This little nut is not the best compared to the one that came on the kit, but regardless, now I'm gonna put the starter in the same orientation that I just took it out. So again, we're gonna face it down. Sorry, trying to do this. Gonna face it down and try to slide it through the same position that it was in. Knowing that now I have to press the lines inward a little bit so I could get the same movement when I pried it to take it out. So let me go ahead and try to do that real quick. See, it's kind of hard to do in one hand, but it goes in there and through there just like that, just how I took it out. All right, be right back. Alright, guys, so as you can see, the starter is in place. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I could probably, let's see if I could flip it, so at least I have it in position, and I connect my wires, that way it'll be smooth again and we can slide in. Alright, be right back. Alright, guys, so we have the two cables connected. We have the little shield on top, don't forget that. Now all I have to do is just line out my starter so I can put my two long 13s from the bottom, and then the bracket for the lines, and then put this thing back together, which I didn't have to take off. Alright, guys, be right back. Alright, guys, so we got the bracket back on, we got the starter back on, the two bolts, that one and that one are back on. So if I didn't have taken this thing off, it would have been done. But since I did take it off, now I have to put it back on to later put my battery and start the car. Anyways, guys, let me go ahead and put this thing back on, which you don't need to take out at all. Alright, be right back. Alright, guys, so when you put this thing back together, remember the one in the center there is the long one, the two on the side is the short, and two long on the bottom. Same thing for this side. Alright, so now I could get out of here, go on top of my battery, and give it a start. But again, that piece did not have to come out. Alright, let me go up there and get that done. Be right back. Alright guys, so it's gonna be the first start after replacing the starter. See how smooth that sounded? That's it. That's a very smooth cranking. None of that whining. There it is, guys. So again, like always, if you guys have any questions, I will gladly help out. But yeah, I've seen the replacement on this starter on YouTube multiple times, and people they just go the wrong way. So I was expecting to go the same way, but I mean it was just too much work. So that's why I figure I have to make something better. And I'm sure a lot of people that have replaced it the same way. I'm not the only one. But that way it's simpler and easier than going through the bag and messing with all that stuff. No need for it. Alright guys, like always, help me help you. Share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.